All right, boys.
I'm pre-ordering Jedi Fallen or Jedi Survivor right now.
Oh, really?
Thanks.
But I like ugly guys.
Alright, what's up everybody? I'm gonna quickly go back to my desk so I can actually fucking do this properly, but be right back.
Are we? Can they hear us?
John, don't fucking talk to me,
Are we
alright?
live? Willie, do you have a CDL?
Alrighty.
Yeah, do you have a CDL?
What's up everybody? We're here to start the pregame show.
Willie, do you?
How's everybody doing today?
Doing great.
Yeah?
Willie
I'm
won't
fucking
answer
pissed right now. Val's trolling me.
Willie won't answer my question.
What?
Do you have a CDL?
A CDL?
Yeah, do you know what that is?
No.
Like to
Commercial
drive
driver's
big
license.
trucks.
Oh, no.
Damn, you should get one because I think it's illegal to drive that dump truck of an ass you got.
Oh, I'm fucking go over there right now, I tell you.
Jesus Christ.
Let me pop in a couple icebreakers so I can suck on something while I think of Vala's dick. I mean,
Alrighty then.
That's how we're
what a
starting.
way to start the show. Maple Leafs in fucking 6, but next year they're losing in 7 to the
Yeah.
Lightning this year.
Bassey's gonna shut them out 3 games in a row.
How do we
3
feel
games in
about
a
last
row.
night's games?
I mean, I called the game going 3-3, going to OT. I got 1 goal off, but I felt confident in that. Surprised Florida won. After
That Boston game was crazy, bro. I thought for sure Boston was gonna finish the series last night.
I mean, look at the save on Marchand with like 2 seconds.
Oh,
left
with
to
1
go.
second.
1 second? I forgot what it was. I thought it was like maybe 2.
Bro, there was 1 second left in the game. And Marchand gets that shot chance.
Bobby just saved the game right there. And then
Alright,
Seattle,
what do you think about the Seattle game?
insane.
Dude, Colorado's
Seattle's
much winning.
winning in
I mean,
6.
the whole team is hurt, but
Seattle's winning in 6.
I firmly thought Seattle or the Kraken were going to take that one.
really. So you thought Seattle was going up 3-2 from the start?
Or, dude, I'm so Kraken. No, dude, I just did it again. Fucking
The
Avalanche.
Avalanche.
I thought the Avalanche were going to win.
Figure it out.
I'm broken today.
I think we're all broken at this point, dude. It's been a lot of losing.
I've watched so much hockey in the past 2 weeks that I'm fucking.
I literally can't even stay up. I fall asleep mid fucking first period of the West Coast games.
I slept till 4 p.m. today. Like,
I wish.
What?
I wish
so beat.
my body woke up at fucking 5:30.
I woke up at 7:30, bro. No, Val, you're actually fucking different for waking up that early. 5:30 is insane.
Like my body wakes up at 5:30, 6 o'clock every day, and I'm like, I can't go back to sleep.
Dude, that's crazy. What time do you go to sleep?
Depends on the night. Weekends, I mean, maybe if I go out on the weekend, I'll wake up at like 8, but that's the latest.
Damn.
Wow.
I mean, you guys have met. You've seen it. You see me wake up at fucking awake at like 9
Yeah,
o'clock
dude,
in the morning
it's
when you come down
bananas.
to shit.
It's bananas. Come downstairs to take a fucking leak at 5 a.m. Here's him watching fucking South Park. Yeah.
But I will say I did good on the betting last night. I had the Bruins game going over the goals, which it barely did. It was a slow start, but then the third period they were lighting it up. And then I had, I missed it by a goal. I had Marshy, Kachuk, and Rantanen all scoring, and Rantanen sold it for me last night. He had 5 goals in 4 games. I'm like, this is the most secure one. I'm feeling great about it. The whole game, he was getting a couple chances. He got an assist, which at first I thought it was Rantanen that scored. But tonight I'm going with Vasilevsky shutout, and I'm going the over in the Rangers game and the Knights game, the Knights Jets. I'm going with the over in both of those. And
what's the over for those?
5.5.
5.5. I'm taking the under in the Leafs game, and because every single game has been like 8, 9, 10 goals at least, 7 goals. There's got to be one low scoring game, I think. The goalie's got to figure it out.
Yeah.
And then I'm taking the over in the Jets game, but I'm not touching the Rangers Devils game just because of personal rules of not touching my team's. I will never touch my team's lines ever.
No, it's smart, dude. You gotta stay away from that shit. I never used to bet the Penguins in the offs.
Your bias gets too much into it.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on them tying up the series, John?
No, I'm saying anything. I'm talking money line.
No, I agree. But what are your thoughts on the Jersey tying up the series?
I mean, like,
as a Ranger fan.
As a Ranger fan, like I did say Rangers in 7, so I knew the Devils were going to pick up a few. I did not want them to be the home games, or at least 2 home games. I would have preferred to take at least one of those and lose one of the away games at least. But it is what it is.
It's so weird
in the series. It's a weird series.
Yeah.
Schmidt's playing great, but we're also not really screening him well. We're not taking the best of chances. We're not getting rebounds. We're playing like dog shit out there. If we figure out our game, we're good.
Playing like dog shit. I mean, well said from a realistic Rangers fan. There's not many left out there these days.
Like I try to stay as realistic in my head when it comes to the game. Like if they're not playing well, I'm going to say it.
Man. If they lose this series, what's got to change?
A lot.
If they lose this series, well, wait a minute. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
I mean, honestly, I don't.
This
think
is a big game here tonight.
Yeah.
Well, we'll say somehow Jersey knocks out the next 2 games. What's got to change for the
that would be bad. Yeah, that would be.
Yeah. they go.
Obviously,
they go,
we don't. Honestly, I think we don't re-sign Kane. We don't re-sign Tarasenko. Hito's already on an extension. Fox, Zibanejad, and all Kreider and all the bigger guys are already on large deals. But I think we might. I don't know how much we're really going to change unless we make a big trade. I don't think we're going to go through a full rebuild. We're probably just going to go we're probably going to drop the 2 big guys that we picked up in the trade deadline and just do a slight rebuild or try to go for another run next year.
Now, who would you want to pick up? Like, who's that one guy you want to pick up?
I would have to look at free agency. I honestly don't even know what free agency looks like this year. I remember last year was a big year. I don't know about this year. Billy, do you know who the big guys are this year?
No, I have no idea. The big free agency guys, I'm not sure at all. I don't even look at that until after the playoffs.
I usually don't look at that until like it's around that time.
But
I did.
I will say I'm very excited for the Eastern Conference games again tonight. I hope Vasilevsky pulls it out on the road. I would love to see him shut up Toronto because here's the thing. I do want Toronto to end up winning the series, but it's starting to piss me off how everybody's like, especially it's not pissing me off, but everybody's like counting. Like everybody's treating the Lightning like they had no chance and that they're like pieces of garbage. Like they're a pretty good team, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, the last game it was 4-1. I'm pretty sure it was 4-1, and that first Matthews goal was a 2-on-1. It's understandable. Like 2-on-1s happen in every game. Then the next 2 goals were tip-in screens. Like not only were they tipped in, but they were also being screened at the same time. So Vasilevsky couldn't even see through the player. So not only could he not see the shot, and then it gets tipped by somebody that's in front of the screener twice. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, Vasilevsky's got the worst stats. I see it on Instagram. Oh, he's statistically the worst goalie. Dude, the last 2 goals that went in were 0% his fault. His defense have to block some people out. So I'm getting kind of sick of it. And by no means do I want to see Tampa get to the next round. But
Yeah, I've been staying on
Toronto doesn't have a great offense either. Toronto's got an amazing offense. So.
Yeah.
All right, Chad. I apologize. I'm so sorry. We had to wait to the last minute to get the ride to Ella's room. So, what's going on? We're here. I know Matt already did the big intro, so I'm not here to fucking redo it. Sorry, fellas. Very unprofessional of me. I'm a cocksucker. I'm an asshole. It's okay. I know. Where were we, gentlemen? What are we talking about here?
We're just talking Tampa Lightning.
Oh, we're talking about how the Leafs are getting out of the first round for the first time in
this guy.
It's actually 20 years. It's been 20 years since the Leafs have gotten out of the first round. And today is the day. Today is the day. I got the lucky outfit on the Devs. I'm fired up for the Devs. I'm ready to go. I'm ready for the Leafs. I'm all around fired up. How about Miles Wood getting the bench? Yeah, Miles Wood will never play in a Devils uniform again. Ever. He will never play in a Devils uniform ever again.
He's my favorite Ranger, Devil.
Win or lose this series. He'll never play again. We'll never see him again. We'll start Leafs Lightning. Yeah. I cannot wait for the next round. The Leafs are gonna win. I'm on the wagon. I'm ready to go. I'm emotionally invested. They've somehow reeled me back in. They casted their line out and they reeled my bitch ass right back. They're like, come here, you know you want to believe. And I'm like, I do. I want to believe so bad. And here I am. I'm here, proud. I'm believing. I could feel it. This is the year. There's a different feel. We got a winner like Ryan O'Reilly on the team. The boys are buzzing. Matthews is hot. I say the Leafs win like 7-0 tonight. I think Vasilevsky gets pulled after the first period. Vasilevsky, I don't want to hear. I know Willis is going to come in. Oh, Vasilevsky can't be bad again. He can't be bad this time. He's the worst goalie in the playoffs. He's the worst goalie in the playoffs. You look at any stat across the NHL right now. And playoff goal, even worse than Vanacek. I know we were shitting on Vanacek. He's worse than Vanacek. He has a 5 goals against average. He can't control the rebound. They actually, I don't know if you guys have caught this. If you watch Sportsnet, the Canadian television, they actually talked about a former Tampa Bay Lightning player, or was on the show, and he was talking about how Vasilevsky is actually, in the NHL, the worst goalie at facing shots from the point. Like, that's where 90% of his goals come from, are shots from the point. He can't stop them. And his blocker side is so bad that they actually Tampa had to restructure their defensive plan. This is true shit. I see you laughing it out, Willis. This is true shit. You can go watch this segment. This is real deal. That the Tampa Bay Lightning had to restructure their defense to protect against Vasilevsky's blocker side high shot weakness. Leafs 10-0. 10-0 tonight.
The last 2 goals, there was not only a screener, but then there was a guy in front of the screener ready to tip the shot.
What are you talking about? What about Morgan Riley? Morgan Riley, he shot it right in front of him from the fucking blue line, and he still couldn't make the save. He had the whole segue. He saw it the whole way, and it went right by him, blocker side from the point. We can pull up the highlight. It's true. He looks like shit. He looks like ass. Vasilevsky, it looks like ass. The Tampa Bay Lightning are done. They're done. They've played games. It's a late June. Get ready. It's the Leafs time. It's the Leafs time. It's go Leafs go tonight. They're getting through it.
I hate how Chirp is getting no respect from anybody, bro. I saw the same thing on Instagram before you said it, like about Vasilevsky's stats. Like, he's won 2 cups in the last 3 years. He's been to 3 cups. You think he's just bullshit?
They blew a 4-1 lead with 10 minutes to go.
Yeah, but 2 of those goals were screened, and one of them was a 2-on-1, the one with Matthews. And then Matthews tipped one in, and the guy was getting screened, and it was a tip.
Well, if you're a championship team, you don't blow a 4-1 lead with 10 minutes left. And look like ass. They couldn't even break the puck out of their zone.
All right, everybody, you know hockey. Everybody's blown a 4-1 lead before. There's been
it's just I think it's time that without Chernak, which is one of their big guys, Chernak's out for the series. He's not coming back. So without Chernak, you're relying on Victor Hedman to play a bulk of the game, probably more 30 minutes or more tonight. You'd expect Hedman to hop over the boards. With who? Who is he hopping over the boards with?
They don't got McDonough anymore.
They don't have the defensive depth that they did. They have 2 guys, and one of those guys is out. So your defensive depth isn't there. Right?
Exactly. And Vasilevsky is no help. I'm not a Tampa fan. I don't think they're playing great. Their offense doesn't look the same. Their power play hasn't looked great. But like, what is Vas supposed to do? Like,
not give up 5 goals.
And here you are.
Not give up 5 goals.
Who's playing defense with Hedman? It's not just his fault. like yeah, exactly.
But think about how spectacular Vasilevsky is. Look, John can speak to this because John saw in the Rangers series last year. How many times did Vasilevsky steal games by himself, single-handedly, when the Rangers were moving the puck in the opposite zone and outplaying the Tampa Bay Lightning? How many times did Vasilevsky steal games?
He's done it 100 times, bro. He's done it in every series.
Yeah, he hasn't done it. He hasn't done dick. Since the Leafs got dominated in Game 1, they looked like shit. They got absolutely pissed on. And since Game 1, the Leafs have put up 5 or more goals a game. I mean, granted, you could say, this time.
Tampa almost won their first home game, and the Leafs tied it up with like 20 seconds. The game was like 1-1.
No, man, the Leafs won. Not 5 goals. They scored at least 4 goals. The Leafs won 4-3 in Game 3.
Wow.
He's given up 4 or more goals since Game 2. It's just, I don't think that Vasilevsky is. I hammer the Vasilevsky shutout. I think the crowd is going to be absolutely electric. The tickets are going for like $8,000 a seat right now in Toronto. People are paying $8,000 to sit up in the boondocks to watch this game.
Dude, if the Leafs went to the Cup, the tickets would sell for $100,000. Because the Leafs fans haven't even been alive for the last time they were at the Cup.
For real.
Well, I mean,
what was it, like 1964?
You gotta think it's finally time for them. It's got to be the year.
I think the Leafs are due. I think it's been a long 20 years for these Leaf fans. It's been a long 20 years in Canada, and now.
Bad for him, man.
And think about the torture. I mean, granted, Matthews' first year, right? If you want to throw that out, they played a tough Capitals team. They took them to overtime in Game 6. You throw it out the window, right? 18-year-old Austin Matthews, you throw it out the window, whatever. Then they played Boston, lost. Then they played. Who did they play that next year? Did they play Boston again and lose again to Boston? Because then they played the Blue Jackets, and then they played.
They lost to the Blue Jackets round 1
when they played them in the bubble. They lost to them in the bubble, the Tortorella's team.
Wait, how did they lose? I thought what's it called? Canadian teams only played against Canadian teams.
No, in the bubble everybody played because the bubbles were in Canada. They played them in Toronto and in Edmonton. And then the Leafs played the Blue Jackets.
Was it East versus West only?
Yeah, and they got their ass kicked in that game 5. They lost like 4-0.
I forgot about how that worked because it was so weird. It was also midsummer when they did it.
Yeah, it was like in July.
That was such a weird year.
I didn't really watch that playoffs because it was so depressing.
Yeah. It was terrible.
There was no fans. There's nothing going on.
Yeah, it was tough to get through. It was tough to get through. It looked like the players didn't even give a shit.
Who won that year? Was that who won that year? I don't even remember.
The Lightning won. That was their first cup, and then they won the next year. Yeah, then they won the next year. After that, they beat Montreal, and then the year after that, they played and lost to the Avalanche.
I'm pretty sure they beat Montreal in the bubble, though.
No, it was in
they
the
beat
only.
Montreal in the bubble.
No, they didn't beat Montreal in the bubble. Montreal just had no fans because they beat Dallas in the bubble. Montreal just had no fans because they were.
Yeah, because the next year
pushed.
all the Canadian teams were in the same division and all the.
Yeah.
That's the year that I'm mixing up with the bubble. That's why.
Right.
Because there should be no case
short
ever.
period.
Yeah, there should be no scenario ever where the Canadians play the Lightning for the cup final because they're both in the East, but
Right.
they did no divisions that year.
What did you guys think about Sheldon Keefe benching Bunting again in Game 5? He was eligible to come back tonight, and he told him, "Hey, I'm not playing you. I'm keeping the same lineup."
didn't. Oh, I forgot about that, man.
Yeah, he was eligible to come back. And I agree. I think if you got a winning lineup right now, you don't change that lineup.
If your lineup's fucking hot, there's no point to changing them. You can make it worse.
I never even thought about that, man.
I like that.
You got to think he'll come back. He'll come back for game 1, the second round. But
I mean, if they get to the second round.
Willis.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true.
Listen,
The Pens were up 3-1 last year. It's not over, man.
I don't have a doubt. I think they get it done tonight, and I think it's not even close.
Dude, it's not impossible for teams to come back from 3-1.
I think if the series does go to Game 7, I think he's back in the lineup.
I think even if it goes to Game 6, he gets back in.
I think if the Lightning win tonight, Klaus starts shitting his pants.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Klaus is like,
if they lose tonight, we're in trouble. That's all I'm gonna say.
If they lose tonight, he needs to hop off the train because as soon as he's on the train is when they lose.
Yeah.
When he's off the train, they're winning.
Listen, what did I say? What did I say the first show? I said all signs point to the Leafs. Tampa Bay Lightning at 7.
You brought on a psychic.
Yeah, we brought the psychic on, and the psychic was like, "This is your year. This is your year. This is it. This is when they're gonna get it done." Tampa Bay Lightning at 7.
So, Klaus, if the Lightning series does go 7 games, do we bring in for the pregame show? Do we bring in the psychic?
The psychic, I think we have to. I think we have to figure out a way to get them on the show and be like, listen, we need to have a talk because listen, I'm riding hard. You made me a believer again, and if I get heartbroken tonight, I want my $10 back.
20, because we have to call her a second time.
We have to call her a second time. Yeah.
Los, here's my other question. Does she help with anytime goal score parlays? Because the last 2 nights I've been 2 for 3.
We should get her on and get some picks and be like, listen, I'm thinking about hammering. What the hell is wrong with Nugent Hopkins? That he's hitting 3 posts and can't figure out how to move it an inch to the left, so I can get that anytime goal scorer. That dick.
I know, dude. Every time he wound up last game, I was like, oh. There's the goal, and then you see some guy just sprawled out on the ice blocking a shot, just crawling on the bench.
We got the perfect pass in the slot and rang it off the crossbar. I was like, oh my god, just like no way. I was like, that's tough.
We had a couple of chances last game, man. They were either blocked or hit the post.
For real. Keys to the game, according to NHL Network, Willis. I mean, you hammered it perfectly. Traffic jam in front of the net. You got to find a way to clear out that front of the net. Like I said, you got to expect Victor Hedman to play at least 30 minutes in this must-win game. You got to expect him to be hopping over the boards every time. The guy's massive. You got to push some people over. Got to tie up some sticks in front. At least, give Vasilevsky a chance to give up 5 goals instead of taking away his eyes. The Leafs have scored 19 goals against Vasilevsky, which is arguably the best goaltender in the NHL. But like Willis said, I mean, a lot of the stuff going on in front, you can't have all that shit going on. Letting them take shots from the point. The wingers got to get out to the point, cover those defensemen, and limit the shots from the point and limit the traffic in front.
It's been a lot of dirty goals, man. He hasn't looked bad. Like, the only legit goal that he let up the other night was 2-on-1, Marner to Matthews. There's nothing you could do there.
Yeah.
That's a hard goal to stop.
And then another factor is the fast start, which I agree. I think the Lightning are in really big trouble if they let the Leafs get the first goal tonight and let that crowd get into the game. If the Leafs come out flying and they score, within the first 5 minutes, we could be in trouble because I think that crowd is going to be so fired up because they're feeling it. Leafs Nation is feeling it tonight, and if you let those people get crazy and start blasting Hall & Oates, you make my dreams come true. The dreams are coming true. So the Lightning have to get out to an early start. They have to get that first goal. I think that honestly, to me, I think that's the biggest key. I think you have to take the crowd out of the game. I think that you have to come out and get on top quick and score that first goal, especially in Toronto. I think you have to take that crowd out of the game. And then they say that Corey Perry is a key factor tonight. I don't necessarily agree. I mean, Corey Perry's got 4 points on the series. He's playing on the fourth line right now. I think he can be a difference maker in terms of agitation, maybe trying to get somebody off their game. But I don't think Corey Perry is going out there and lighting it up for you guys. In my opinion, I think you need your top line points, Stamkos and Kucherov, to come out and have a big game. So I mean, we'll see what happens.
Kucherov's been a little more quiet than I had expected.
So overall predictions, guys. What do we got? So we'll start with Matty and work our way down. Matt, what do you got? What do you got tonight? Leafs Lightning Game 5.
I got the Leafs. I got to stick. I've been riding them every game. I'm staying with them.
All right, John.
I do think Toronto's going to win it, but I have to constantly say Tampa in 7 just to fuck with you.
I like that, Willis.
Yeah, no, Tampa's winning tonight, and then they're winning at home, and then I want the psychic on the show for Game 7 pre.
I would love that.
10-0 Toronto tonight. Get fired up, Leafs Nation. Let's go. Get fired up. 10-0 Leafs tonight.
Vasilevsky shutout tonight. Plus 1,500 on FanDuel. I am hammering it. I'm winning the
Vasilevsky pulled after the first. Mark my words. Here it comes.
Yeah. I want to see now. Now I got to watch this. I was going to watch the Devils game. Now I got to watch
it. Pretty close to over by the time the Devils game and Rangers game comes on.
Yeah, but the first.
I don't even know what the times of these games are. But
so Leafs Lightning is at 7 o'clock on TBS. ESPN2. What the fuck is that, ESPN2? You're telling me the Devils Rangers Game 5? We pay. How much did the NHL pay for this TV deal with ESPN? And we can't even get on the fucking main network. We're on ESPN2. We're on ESPN2. We can't even get the main network. What a disgrace. The NHL should be so ashamed by that TV deal that they made with ESPN. What a fucking disgrace. That we're on ESPN2. That's unbelievable. How much money they paid ESPN to get that deal? It's really just
What's on ESPN1 tonight?
It has to be basketball. You got to think it's some. It's probably like the Nuggets. Some dog shit team, nobody even cares, like the Nuggets and the Timberwolves. And it's like, oh, sorry, the Nuggets and the Timberwolves got to play tonight on the big network. So you shitters are pushed to ESPN2. Have fun exposing your game now, shit cans. It's like, okay, cool. Devils Rangers Game 5 tonight. Huge game. The Rock is going to be packed. Fresh towels. They changed up the towel design, bringing up new juju. Towel on every chair. I was looking, actually, I saw an article on I forget what, it's like the New Jersey New Jersey Daily or whatever, and they were talking about ticket sales for tonight's game. 70-30 favoring the Devils. Most Devil fans coming out. The Rangers, I think the final numbers were 62-48, I think it was, for the games 1 and 2. It was pretty close, the fan comparison. But this game, the Devil fans are coming out. The place is going to be buzzing. I cannot wait. I'm excited. I got my pink shorts on. I put my pink shorts on at 10:45 this morning. I've been wearing a bathing suit, no underwear, all day, waiting for this game. All day. I've been wearing the Devils t-shirt and the pink bathing suit. And the slides, the full day, the full outfit. I've been feeling it. I made the TikTok this morning. I'm fired up. I cannot wait for this game. It's been so long since the Devils were relevant, and here we are, Game 5, huge pivotal game in the series. I've been watching the Seinfeld skit. My brother's been sending me the Seinfeld skit, I cannot wait. I'm so excited for the game. We'll go to you first, John. How are we feeling tonight?
I mean, like I said, literally in the first game, I've been nervous about all these games. I'm always nervous, but obviously you got to be hyped for the Rangers. Hope, because we're going back to the Rock. We've won 2 there, and you just got to hope we can continue.
I didn't notice any lineup changes. Did the Rangers make any lineup changes for this game?
I haven't seen any. I haven't heard anyone say anything. The only change I personally made was the jersey I'm wearing. I switched from Fox to Lundqvist.
Wow, went to Lundqvist. Shesterkin's protege.
I don't have a Shesterkin jersey yet. I do have a Kane jersey coming in, but that's about it. I can't wear Zuccarello. Zuccarello's still in the playoffs.
So, one of the things that they were talking about is how, after games 1 and 2 after it became so irrelevant in game 2, like by the 10-minute mark of the third period when we were already losing 4-1, the Devils' penalty kill has been like unreal. They've killed off every penalty since then, with the Rangers going 0 for 8 with 10 shots on goal in games 3 and 4. The Devils' penalty kill is unbelievable. The Rangers' power play has to get going if the Rangers are going to figure out a way to get going. I mean, most of their goals in games 1 and 2, granted they won 5-1 in each of those games, but most of their goals in games 1 and 2 were on the power play. So they have to figure out a way to either figure it out 5-on-5 or start lighting it up again on the power play, because the Rangers' power play looks slow. Which granted, we said, why can't we fucking put a man on Kreider? We put a man on Kreider now. He's not fucking tipping the puck every time he's in front of the net, and the power play is much more quiet. So we'll see what happens. I'd still like to keep that power play limited on ice time. To be honest,
I think the Rangers' power play needs to not go for the setup as much, because I think they look better without the setup personally. And just finding random little lanes to fucking skate through and just take a random shot at the net and then go for a greasy goal. I think they look better like that than they do when they're set up half the time.
Right.
I agree 100% with that. That was the Penguins' problem. We always looked for.
They always want
the perfect play.
We were always looking for the perfect pass play.
Right.
Sometimes I think the power play 2 looks better because the power play 2 gets less time to set up, so they have to just start going for shots.
I agree. I mean, I think that's such a big problem with the Devils too. Is sometimes they just try to look too fancy on the power play, where Hughes is throwing sauces across the box and they're trying too hard to cycle. And
you literally have one extra guy on the ice, so you have a better chance at winning that puck battle in front of the net, statistically.
No, I agree 100%.
Take the shot and go.
They got to simplify the power plays. I think it's a big problem. Getting to Schmidt is another NHL's key point. Schmidt has stopped 58 of 60 shots. The guy's on fire right now. The Rangers only had 23 shots on goal in 50 shot attempts in Game 4, so they had the Devils' problem in Game 1. The Devils had, I think it was 53 shot attempts, and only 25 of them or 26 of them ended up being on goal. So getting pucks to the net,
and I think about more than 90% of them, Schmidt could see clearly.
Yeah.
We're not screening them at all, and we're not getting second chance opportunities.
That's big. And then Devils keeping a lot of the same, trying to continue to frustrate New York by clogging the neutral zone, not letting Kane or Tarasenko skate through the neutral zone with ease, and coming in and being able to set up a play. It's just key to continue playing the one. I think they're running a 1-3-1, I believe, or actually no, I think it's a 1-2-2. They're running in the neutral zone, trying to continue to frustrate the Rangers skaters by not allowing them to control the puck through the middle of the ice. Projected lineup looks a lot of the same. No big changes. They got Tarasenko, Panarin, and Trocheck playing together. Kreider, Zibanejad, and Kane. VC, Goudreau, and Mott, and then obviously Lafreniere, Hedl, and Kakko.
The only change I think I might have heard was Tarasenko and Kane. I don't remember which line they were.
They're going to put Kane with Panarin?
They might do that, but I doubt it. That's the only change I've heard possible.
Right. And the Devils lineup stays the same. Go ahead, Willis.
I think this is going to be a really physical game. I think the Rangers are going to come out and just play really, really physical because they're going to want to slow the Devils down.
Yeah.
And I know they want to win this game so badly so they could go back to New York with the season series, like with the series league.
on the line. Yeah,
like, the Rangers are going to come out hitting. Like the Devils have to stay composed. They got to stay out of the box. Like if I'm the Devils coach, I'm like, don't retaliate. Let's just play our game, play with the speed, and like. But I do think it's going to get really physical. There's going to be a lot of fights. That's my prediction.
I think one of the biggest.
The Rangers have to stop Jack Hughes by playing the body on him instead of playing.
Oh yeah.
That's our biggest problem with Hughes. That's why he's able to have so much time and space because we played the stick instead of the body on him.
Yeah, well, one thing I noticed in games 3 and especially in game 4, mostly was that the Rangers kind of loosened up in the neutral zone, which allowed the Devils to play that speed game more. So the Devils, were making quick transitions. They were moving the puck up ice fast and playing a lot of speed. I think there was 3 or 4. Each team had 2 2-on-1s in the first 4 minutes of the game.
It was insane.
Like it was like right off the rip, like let's go 2-on-1, and then obviously Hughes got the breakaway at the end there.
And that type of game favors your team.
Yeah.
Just because you're slate, we're not like a crazy fast team, but we're not slow either.
Right.
We have some speed. So but that still favors you because you guys are all fast.
Yeah, the Devil. I think the Devils' team speed overall, I believe, is the fastest in the league. I think they ranked as the fastest team in the league in terms of transitioning and moving the puck up the ice. So I think that's going to be key. If we could try to keep that going, or granted, if the Rangers slow us down, we're going to have to try to figure out some other way. We can't just fall into the dump it in and try to go get it because that doesn't play to our game too much. Maddie, what do you got on the Devils Rangers tonight?
I think this is a must-win for the Devils. I know it would only put them one team up one, but I think if the Devils lose this game mentally, they just don't come back. Wow. I think they need to win this game to mentally stay in the series.
I was actually going to say that about the Rangers, but I didn't want to say that.
I don't know. The Rangers, compared to last year, just look at last year. The Rangers came back from 3-1, and then also came back very next series 3-2.
Yeah, I think the Rangers have that experience with them to where like they can come back from this, and even if the Devils win this game, they still have a chance of coming back. I think if the Devils lose this game right now, mentally they just check out.
It's very possible. It could be a must-win for either team, though. Like it's very easy that one team just wins the last 2 games here.
Oh yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch. I mean, granted, you're going back home, and neither team has won at home ice yet. I mean, the Devils have won the last 2 games. They really, it seemed at times put the Rangers in check. So, I mean, it's going to be just interesting to see what happens because if the Rangers come out buzzing tonight, the Devils could be in trouble trying to come back in this game because Shesterkin won't find a way to shut the door. So, we'll see what happens here.
I did also look into our ESPN. What's on ESPN tonight is NFL Draft Countdown, and NFL Draft is tonight.
Oh, the NFL Draft is on ESPN.
That makes sense.
Okay. All right, I got you. That adds up then. Yeah, at least they didn't move us for basketball. Because that would have been bananas. We got fucking stuffed for like the Grizzlies.
But it's fair for the NFL Draft.
Yeah, honestly, I'm going to be completely honest. As an NFL guy, I could care less about the draft tonight. I haven't even thought about it.
I personally don't care, but I understand why they would.
I usually do care. I just, we don't need to draft anybody tonight. We're gonna draft some fucking dick receiver. I don't know, as the Giants. They're talking about the Giants right now. We're gonna draft some dick receiver. It's gonna be the next Kadarius Toney 2.0, and he's gonna end up sucking and then complaining about how he wants out of New York, and then we're gonna trade him away. So I already know that's what's going to happen. They're going to blow it. All the articles point to the Giants make a big trade for the two picks for DeAndre Hopkins. That's what they're all talking about. And then I know we're going to drop the ball and we're going to draft some asshole second slot receiver, and it's going to be another wide receiver 3 on the team. And then everybody's going to be like, Daniel Jones sucks. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that. That's my NFL talk on the NHL pregame show. Let's go Giants. All right, predictions for the game. We'll start with Matt again, work our way down. Devils Rangers, game 5 tonight at the Rock. Matt, what do you got?
I think the Devils can take this one. I think it's going to be hard fought, but I think Devils in OT.
Oh, in OT. That would be no, game 3 went to OT. I was wrong. All right, Matt has got Devils in OT. John, Rangers in what?
think it's regulation. I think either team's going to win in regulation. I don't think it's going to OT at all.
Interesting.
But obviously, I'm going Rangers.
Yep. Willis.
I'm gonna go. I mean, this is tough, but I'm gonna go Devils because I feel like there's got to be a home win eventually. Like the home team's got to get the dub eventually, but
Game 6.
it could really go either way, bro. This series is so hard to call.
Oh wait, it's gonna be Game 6.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tight game.
This series, I say this is definitely going Game 7. This could easily go overtime tonight because these games could. They've been just close, They've been close the last couple days.
Yeah, the games are going to be tight tonight. I'm going to say, Matt, I liked Matt's pick. I'm going to say Devils 4-2 with an empty net. Get it done at home tonight. I think the fourth goal, obviously an empty netter. I think the power play, we see maybe one, maybe two power play goals tonight. I think the Devils power play will get it going. They're starting to get hot here. And then I think that they're just going to be able to keep the neutral zone track meet going. And if it gets into a track meet, I feel comfortable playing that way. So we'll see what happens. I think it's going to be a tight game either way, especially in the first two periods. So let's see. Let's go Devils, baby. Here we go. Fired up. All right, moving along here. We got the Jets and the Golden Knights. Vegas leads 3-1. Going back to Vegas. That game is also going to be on ESPN2 right after the Devils-Rangers game tonight at around 10 o'clock Eastern Time. Jack Eichel looks to move on to the second round for his first time of his career. The Vegas Golden Knights are buzzing. Bourgeois was getting chanted in Winnipeg, apparently. Backup goalie. Ended up shitting down their throats in Winnipeg, stealing both games at the whiteout. Vegas seems to be buzzing right now on all cylinders. Nikolai Ehlers, who's been quiet all series, is now a game-time decision, depending on how he's feeling. He may not even play tonight. Hellebuck has to stand on his head here. I think, honestly, I think Vegas is going to take it, and I don't even think it's going to be close. I think Vegas 4-1 easily, and that's being gracious. I just think that the Golden Knights are going to come buzzing out. Their stars are turning it on. Eichel with a goal each game after game one. He's buzzing. He's feeling it. He's loving being in the playoffs. I haven't seen this hype of an Eichel since his first season in Buffalo, just being in the NHL. He's buzzing. Getting back to his former self.
Does look good, man.
Yeah, and I think that Vegas is just going to come out and bring it in front of the home crowd and get it done tonight. I don't think it's going to be relatively close. What do you guys have on this game tonight?
I think both teams are going to score. I don't know how much, but I do think Vegas is going to outscore the Jets a lot, just like you, personally. I don't think it's going to be close. But I do think the Jets get a couple.
I'm gonna go with the Jets upset.
The Jets upset in Vegas.
Just so I could see one more whiteout. I feel like I was unsatisfied with just two. I feel like I'm not full yet.
He's not full of the whiteout. What? I don't know, man. I can't see them. Just beating Vegas tonight. They just haven't.
I can't either. To be honest, not so bad.
Like they did, like here, the NHL's talking about. Like the Jets have just not been aggressive ever since Game 1. They came out Game 1. They were flying. The Stars came out. They were aggressive. They were more physical. There was over 100 hits. The hits have slowly gone down, and then Game 4 dramatically dropped. I think Game 3 it was around 85, 90 total hits. In Game 4 it was like 51. So it was a dramatic drop, which favors Vegas. Vegas is a fast team. They like to play with some speed, especially beat Jack, and it favors them. So if they have to come out, the Jets have to come out tonight and get back to the physical game, get back to just beating the piss out of Vegas physically and dominating the offensive zone forecheck, and the Stars have to show up. And Ehlers not being in the lineup is going to be detrimental if he doesn't play. And Scheifele's also interesting. They listed him as hopeful, but his hand isn't 100%. He got hit in the hand the other day, so he's not 100% playing. I can't. I don't know how Winnipeg comes out and tries to steal this game in Vegas. I just don't see it.
I would hammer the Kyle Connor 4+ goal scorer tonight.
Wow, 4 goals, Kyle Connor, Michigan guy. Boo-boo.
I'm kidding. If they realistically, if Winnipeg wants to win this game, they need Kyle Connor.
It's got to be a low-scoring game, I think.
Yeah, if Winnipeg does win, I could see maybe like a 3-2. Winnipeg squeaks one out. But like I said, Hellebuck has to be outstanding tonight. He has to be outstanding tonight, or they're in trouble. So we'll see what happens. I think Vegas. I think that they're gonna get it done.
They probably will. I'm gonna just say the Jets just because no way they like lose 4 in a row. I mean, they very easily can. You can't really look into that much. But I want to see another game in Winnipeg before the season's over. Even if they lose that one, I just want to see that crowd one more time.
Maddie?
I think Vegas is going to take it. I think it's going to be a lot closer than everybody thinks. I think Winnipeg is really going to give them a run for their money.
Yeah, they're facing elimination.
Yeah, I think right now they're facing elimination. Like it's this game or nothing. And like I said, I think Vegas is going to take it, but I think it's going to be 4-3. You know, I think it's going to be real tight. I think it's going to be a lot closer than people think.
John, what do you got on this game?
I'm personally taking the over, so I'm hoping for a high-scoring game. But I do think it's going to be Vegas taking most of the goals. Maybe 2 out of the Jets, maybe 2. If they get lucky.
Interesting. Yeah, I think a lot of it rides on Hellebuck, and I think they have to come out, play physical, and the Winnipeg Stars got to show up. Dubois, Connor, Scheifele, Ehlers. If he plays, he has to figure out a way to do something. He's been so just non-existent. So he's got to get it done. And yeah, I just don't think that the Jets figure it out. Maybe it's a little closer. Maybe it's 3-1, Golden Knights. But I don't know. I think that the Golden Knights are feeling it right now. I think they're gonna figure out a way to get it done and start prepping for the winner of that Oilers Kings series. So we'll see what happens. Big night of hockey ahead of us here. Can't wait. Let's see what happens with the Leafs, if they can figure out a way to get it done, or if that psychic's full of shit. Because let me tell you, I think Willis is right. If it goes to Game 6, the Leafs are in trouble. So we will see what happens there. Quickly, I just want to go back to yesterday real quick. I just wanted to recap some of the games. I wanted to talk about how much of frauds the Bruins are. Not getting it done on home ice. They just a fraudulent team. Bergeron coming back into the lineup. He had a goal. How excited did you get in your pants when you saw Bobrovsky shut down or Marchand in that 0.5 seconds shot on the breakaway? Like, let me tell you, if I was Bobrovsky, I would have took my mask off and spat on the ice right in front of him after doing that. I would have been, right after I stunned him, I would have, took my glove off, gave him the big double bird, and then spat on the ice and was like, see you later, you fucking rat. Now we're taking this game. You fucking bastard, dude. I can't stand that guy. Marchand's such a prick.
What about
Omar selling that game?
He totally sold the game. He totally sold it. I mean, the Bruins had 50 shots on net. The fact that they only scored 3 goals on 50 shots on net means Bobrovsky played great, and the Panthers weren't even in it half of that game. The Bruins were buzzing, and then you just two absolute pizza muffins, just total nothing burgers, absolutely sells the game. And it's like, how do you do that? Like, how do you turn the puck over in front of your own net in overtime to the one guy that you can't turn the puck over to? I'd feel comfortable turning the puck over to anybody else on the Panthers team, except for the one guy that turned the puck over.
Maybe not Barkov.
No, Barkov, who the hell is Barkov? Who is that guy? The guy doesn't even exist
right now. Not in the series, but Barkov still has the skill to fucking.
Barkov doesn't even exist anymore. What do we got? Chauncey Dog coming in here. Chauncey Dog flying in. But the guy Barkov, it's like the dude doesn't even exist still, and you turned it over to the one guy that's just like, how do you turn it over to that dude? I don't know what was going through Olmark's head behind the net there in overtime, and just the Bruins sold it back. Now let me ask you, do you get a little nervous as a Bruin going back to Florida? Do you get a little nervous?
Yeah, they're looking a little sloppy with that.
They looked a little sloppy on those goals. The best team ever to play, ever, all time in NHL history. Do you get a little nervous going to Florida?
I think you do.
I'm a little nervous.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I'm having a sit down with the apparent Vezina Trophy winner. I'm having a little sit down and being like, listen, I don't have any problem putting Swayman in the net. Like that's what I would be like. I have no problem pulling your ass.
Just tell the
Swayman had a good year, man.
He did. He's a good goalie. He's a very capable goalie. I'd be like, I have no problem sitting you down. Because let's not forget that Allmark blew it in that Game 2 game as well. He didn't look great. He gave up 5 goals on 25 shots, and he had a turnover in that Game 2. So he got. There's been times where Allmark hasn't looked very capable either. So I don't know. Do you go to Swayman in Game 6, or do you ride it out with Allmark again, going back down to Florida?
I go Allmark.
I think you give Allmark another shot. They're still winning the series. I mean, it's not like he's had one game where he's just done terrible. Like he's just been either good or just like mediocre in every game. It's not like he's done anything like to get sat, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows how these coaches think? It's this time of year where it's do or die. So you never know what these guys are going to do.
Well, Tkachuk has been a very bright star for the Florida Panthers. I mean, talk about there was that iffy trade in the offseason. Like everybody was wondering what the hell was going on there, and Tkachuk has been like, listen, I'll put this team on my back, and he's done so in a lot of the times in this series. So good for him. He looked good. They got the OT win going back to Florida. I'm a little nervous. I'd be a little nervous if I was a Bruin fan, but hey, who knows? And then the big thing of the night, which nobody expected. The Kraken get that 3-2 win on Colorado ice in Denver, going back to Seattle for Game 6. A pivotal, a series clinching possibly Game 6 in Seattle. That place is going to be rocking. That play, I know those fans cannot wait after seeing that OT winner in Game 4. Those fans are riled up, man. Those guys are real hockey fans there. Now, how crazy is this? I think Seattle gets it done and knocks Colorado out.
I think so too.
I think Colorado gets knocked out on Friday.
I gotta really think about it still. I really did not expect Seattle to get this far.
Seattle is buzzing. They're feeling good. Looking at the stats real quick. They had a 2-1 lead in the second period. Kept the lead. Made it 3-1. Colorado answered back. But oh my, I'm just. I mean, they outshot them, too. The shots were pretty even, 29-28. The Kraken won the shot attempts. Both teams 0 for 2 on the power play. The hits were pretty much dead even. I mean, they played with this team. They played with this team. I mean, simple as that. The Kraken played to the level of the Avalanche.
Every game, too.
Looks good.
Every game, you look at the box score, and you see somebody that you've never even heard of them before in the NHL get a goal, and it's parentheses 1. Like the amount of guys on that team that just have one goal, it must be the most in the playoffs right now.
Yeah, Ty Carty, first ever NHL goal, got brought into the lineup for Game 5. Got his first ever NHL goal in the Stanley Cup playoffs to give Kraken the 2-1 lead.
Yeah, it's crazy stuff that I'm seeing from that team. Like never before things. They don't even have a superstar. I don't think anybody on that team has more than.
They remind me a lot. They remind me a lot of that Vegas team, man.
Yeah.
They remind me a lot of that Vegas team. Because let's be honest, nobody knew who the hell William Karlsson was when he went to Vegas. That guy was playing on the third line in Columbus. On the Blue Jackets, he was playing on the third line. And then he was the first line center. Put the puck between his legs, right over the shoulder. In the first 2 weeks of the season.
No, I remember that.
2017. He was playing on the third line, so it's like, who are you? Where did you come from?
I think when these guys just know in their heads that they need to step up and be that role player, and when you have everybody thinking that, then it actually happens like the whole way through. Like you don't have guys on the Penguins saying, "All right," like the guys on the fourth line saying, "All right, I got to be the role player here. I gotta." Pucks in the back of the net. They're not saying that with fucking Sidney Crosby on their team. But
exactly.
On Seattle, bro, there is nobody. Like they're like everybody's thinking in their head, all right, I got to score if we want to win tonight, and it's actually
guy of the week.
Yeah, I can't believe it. I think the Kraken close it out. I just do. I mean, we'll talk about it more on tomorrow's show, but I'm fired up for the Kraken. I'm feeling good for them. And then real quick, the Islanders got it done 3-2 in Carolina. We said I think collectively as a group, we were like, yeah, the Hurricanes are going to get this done. And the Islanders just jumped out to that 2-0 lead quick. They gave up a 1, but then Barzal came down the ice and stuffed one right back down their throat. The Islanders live to fight another day. They're playing tomorrow on the island in Nassau County. That place is going to be buzzing to try to keep their team alive. We'll see what happens there. I mean, again, Sorokin's going to have to play well. We'll see what happens. He played well in that. He played well enough to get it done. At times, the Hurricanes were really dominating the Islanders in that Game 5. And Sorokin figured out a way to win that game for them. So he looked good. Dallas with a 4-0 win. In Dallas, taking a 3-2 series lead, going back to Minnesota. Minnesota's got to find a way to answer. Marcus Foligno was kicked out of the game early. Another, just really not a great call. Kicking him out of the game, taking him out. I really thought that was very questionable. He was kicked out of the game. I don't think he's playing in Game 6. I think he got a game suspension.
Out for Foligno.
Yeah, I agree. So the Wild are in a little bit of a trouble here, but I think they'll get it done. We'll talk about it more tomorrow. And then the Kings won 6-3, and they take game 5 in Edmonton. They just look dominant at times. Kempe is a force, bro. No, I will say the guy is a force. He's a sneaky 40-plus goal scorer. The guy is just coming out trying to will this Kings team at times.
Yeah, he had a great games.
He's trying to will this team back into these games at times. So that's going to be a real exciting game back in LA come tomorrow night. But the big ones tonight. Here we go as we're going in. In a couple minutes, we got the Leafs and the Lightning. The Leafs with an opportunity here. I'm saying 15-0 Leafs. They're going to win tonight. Hammer that, baby. And then we got the Devils Rangers tonight. Cannot wait. That Rock is going to be buzzing. And we got the Jets and the Golden Knights later tonight, man, for Jack Eichel to get to the second round of the playoffs. Boys, final thoughts. We'll have Willis, or actually no, we'll have John give picks of the day. John, what's your gambling picks for the show today?
I don't touch my own team when it comes to betting, so I don't have anything on the Rangers game. But I have the over. No, I have the over on the Jets in Vegas, and I have the under on Tampa and Toronto.
The under. Willis, what do you got on the board today?
So I did one parlay. I did over 5.5 in the Rangers game. I did over 5.5 in the Golden Knights, and then just to throw it up a little more, I took. You're probably gonna be like, this is irrelevant, but I took the Celtics money line because I just wanted more money.
Nobody cares.
That a boy.
No.
Boston.
Hey, Trae Young. Get ready. Get ready for Trae.
I mean, that's my only bet I did today. If I do in hockey, I do like betting the teams that are down. Like if a team goes down early, like 2-0, and it's the first period, the odds
you're gonna hammer the lot. You're gonna hammer the lot
that
back.
Toronto game. That Toronto game where they came back. Can you imagine what the odds were? They must have been
my God, imagine if somebody went into the third period down 4-0. They're like, oh, you're winning like 50 grand right there. Thanks for coming.
So that's what I do like to bet money lines, is when there's like a 2-0 game in the first, because 2 periods is a lot of time to tie that shit up.
Yeah. I like to take either the over the under usually when it comes to before the game starts.
I'm a big anytime goal scorer. I like picking that.
We'll throw it over to Chance real quick before we wrap up. Chance, Leafs Lightning. The Leafs have a chance right here. Are they gonna go to the second round tonight, or are we going back to Tampa?
I do think that they go to the second round tonight. I think that they go to the second round.
I love that. And then
I also think Marner is gonna net one.
Oh, Marner calling shots. We got Mitch Marner a goal tonight. Anytime goal scorer from Chance.
I was actually thinking that when I was on the fucking lunch earlier today.
Yeah.
Thinking Marner might score tonight.
So besides that bum Willis, we're all go Leafs go here?
Yeah, I think the Leafs.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention one of my picks. I put $30 on Vasilevsky shutout. Plus 1,500.
5-1 goals against them. Money line shutout. And shut out Vasilevsky. I love it.
Look, if that hits.
No, I mean, the last 2 nights, I've been getting kind of like pretty fucking pissed with these goal scorer props, so I took tonight off because I've hit 2 out of 3 and then 3 out of 4. So I'm literally just 1 off. Like, The last 2 nights I was 2 out of 3, and then a couple nights ago I was 3 out of 4. So it's just like torturing me. I got to take a break.
Just bet them all singly. You don't really have to parlay an anytime goal scorer because half the time they're plus 8 anyways.
Yeah.
But some of the single ones aren't even really worth it because it's like plus 150, and it's like if they don't score, it's like shit.
Well, yeah,
That's why you hammer Nugent Hopkins, baby.
You gotta go down the lineup a little bit. Like, you'd be going for, like, I don't know, fucking Truba. Like, not that he ever would. But
Listen, you know who I'd hammer tonight? Ready for this? Kevin Ball, anytime goal scorer.
I'm taking Eric Hall.
From the blue line, Kevin Ball. Dude, Kevin Ball, the defensive force, is going to get one tonight. He's going to throw one on net, and somehow it's going to magically go in. And he's going to do the all-time goal scorer where he just throws his hands up in the air and is like, yeah. Like, it's going to be one of those, like, oh my God, Kevin Ball scored. And it's going to be like, did anybody have that plus $8,000? And he gets it.
and there's
And then we're like, hey, Kevin Ball.
He'll be on the DraftKings Instagram like, this man really bet this.
Really bet Kevin Ball and titled the bet The Real 88.
One of our bettors bet a Kevin Ball anytime goal scorer.
The fucking
Chief
chief,
1,000 in it.
the chief at
Carlos
Mohegan,
having 5
like
cents
slamming
down on
it
it.
in the office.
Yeah, for real. All right, Charles, real quick, too. I know you're a Ranger fan. Devils Rangers tonight. How you feeling about going into this game as we wrap up here?
I'm actually pretty nervous. I'm pretty nervous.
I'm always
The Devils look good lately. That move by Hughes, I'll give it to you. That was absolutely disgusting.
Dude, Hughes was so gross last game. That breakaway.
It's hard to go against the guy. Like, he looks really, really good. But I think that it'll be a close game, and it's going to come down to the wire. So I think it's going to be a low-scoring game.
That's what I may do, actually, for my goal scorer. I may go Hughes. But, like, that's the thing. The odds aren't even that great. That's why I'm doing it.
I think somebody else is going to step up.
You know who's going to score tonight, Willis? Who's due? Who's absolutely due? You know who's going to score tonight? Look, Jesper Bratt.
Eric Hall.
Bratt is due. I was thinking Bratt and Mercer.
Jesper Bratt is due. Mercer is stuck on that third line. It's tough. He's playing really well. Mercer's playing really well. He's just stuck on that third line.
He's a good hockey player. It's just he doesn't have 2 great players next to him.
Exactly. So Jesper Bratt. I'm looking at Jesper Bratt goal scorer
Take
tonight.
Eric Hall anytime.
Kako, anytime goal scorer.
Capo Caco, who even is that guy? All right. We're calling the show here. Great show, fellas. It's a pleasure to have everybody on again. Dude, this is the best panel in all of sports right here. So we love it. I appreciate everybody who tuned in today. And we will see you guys tomorrow for the recap and pregame show for the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs, boys. Let's do it, baby. Go Leafs, go. Let's go, Devils. Let's get fired up. Let's fucking go here, baby. And we'll see you all tomorrow.
Eric Hall anytime.